hard times when I never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet.
Oh, my Sweezy is gonna have to do. You know, I gotta get one more running back. Maybe not. Yeah, we good for now. Who's gonna try to get him rookie of the year? Who I gotta go to? Oh, I gotta go to Marvel as a quarterback. That shouldn't be too hard. Slow though. God, niggas gonna get on the island a lot. Oh Jesus, I think it's gonna be on the island a lot. I seen that. You so you got Cook from free agency? You traded for him? Oh, see, I didn't know that. Yeah, I ain't know you paid him. I feel it. Right. Get him. Ooh, it's the Kobe McLean. Get out my way, get out my way, she gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Powers of 73. Because I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah. Drip. Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. He's 21. Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Yeah, his tag. Yeah, that's what I said. Hicks blows up that. What's his name? Easily. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
We might have to go ahead and go as the Kobe. This thing wants 2. Alright, so we got him over there. That's the plan is to try to get him Defensive Player of the Year. That probably won't work, but we're gonna try. I seen that. We're gonna put that rookie over there. Let's get back there. I got Roquan. What's your right, nigga? I'll let you. Alright.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Yo, it won't let you get in the chat? The Trade Center chat? No, I'm not talking about on the game. I'm talking about on the in the group meet. Yeah, in the Ivy Trade Center, that's where we're supposed to send out our trades.
His first carry of the game. And he's upended after a
I tried
gain
to
of 2 out
add
to the
on it, but
27.
it won't let me add it. So if you go to group meet, put in.
Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was
because you in the Ivy, right?
They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great.
That's what I was gonna say. Might have to search for it.
Stacked him up.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to...
Hold on, let me see here. Edit group. Yeah, it's called Ivy Trade Center is what it's called. I can't change much to it. It's Ivy Space and then Trade Center. Oh, you can't search for no traps? Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, we'll have to see whoever started that group then. Let me see if I can see who the owner is. Oh, Vince. Vince is the owner. Let me see if he can add you. Vince, the owner. Vincent.
Win that one.
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Oh, yeah, Jay gonna get all fast on that.
Cousins from the gun on third. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, no, I don't know.
I call that a punt of 30
I ain't even look at running backs because I got my running backs.
And the Bears take over.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that is.
So they'll come up first and 10
Oh, yeah.
now from the 33.
That's who you want to get? What he rated?
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time.
Because, yeah, I was going to go get him if I didn't.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. The
Oh,
play
yeah,
action
that's
fake.
awesome.
They'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory.
Wow.
It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 63 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver.
Because everybody's trading with him.
When it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abukum.
You said
able
who?
to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, you ain't going to
First
get
down,
it
a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but now it's third and goal.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play,
McLaurin?
they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal
I know
attempt.
that's what he's talking about.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Oh, Justin Fields.
From 19 yards away. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Nah, you do. Especially if
Both
you look at
sides
the
of the football
basketball.
in sync early. You force the
niggas will
3
get
and out,
bullied
and then
real
you take
quick.
it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really
Yeah,
well.
when
Head
you
coach said,
playing against
listen, we're just going to
users,
stop
you
them
niggas
on
get
3 and
bullied
out.
real
We're going to take
quick.
the ball downfield and
You'll be
score.
feeling
But
like-
he
you'll
also
be
told
feeling
them
like
how
Memphis
it was going
Blizzard.
to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
How's
Yeah,
she
you ain't
now to
gonna
send
get
this
him.
one away
You better hang
following
that
the
up.
score? That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
I haven't been able to get no, like that one trade. I was lucky I was able to get that trade with the Bengals.
For them, not very good.
But everybody camping is like -15.
Play sheet and say this is what the problem is.
I went and got the free safety Jeremy Bates.
Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more.
Yeah, I seen he was on there too. I tried to get him
the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
I think they just didn't like
On
Bates.
second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lance.
Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Who drafted Jamar Chase?
Completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Oh, Marvel.
They'll toss this right side to Singletary. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40.
Yeah, he got Trevor Lawrence and Jamar Chase.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
The Browns? Is that Marcus?
It's a gain of 16,
no, Marcus.
And the Vikings
you know
have
what?
the first down as
Marcus,
well.
he was the Browns, but he went to the Bills. You're right.
Off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push
that's Marcus. Or no, that's Marcus. That's what's his name? Josh.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd down, Cousins. And quickly to Thielen here. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do?
know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied at 7-7.
3rd down, here's Geis. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
No gain on the play. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. At the 17-yard line.
Cousins now on second down, and his pass incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bears 14, Vikings 7. Stephen Hauschka.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And down to the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Bears' 21-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
That's what I'm frustrated about, man.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And his throw's going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And Robinson with a big catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Got a man open, it's Ross. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes they think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support him. And in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Taking it about the 1. So we've reached halftime here on Open. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 62 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down, 4 down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Open man is Ross, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On the ground, Geis. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. On second down, Cousins again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Cousins to throw it. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Mike's 59. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Heavy, what you got?
From the red zone now, Cousins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Come on, D. Hey, Ringo 48.
To throw is Cousins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Hey, kid.
They run here with Singletary. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll look to run with Singletary. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Mike, check. 59.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
He got into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as the Bears push further out in front. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they... And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Cousins. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Tate. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
First down, a run with Cohen. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get him.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Khalil Mack, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To try again after the sack. Cousins, and he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But it'll be 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins again. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? And got his man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Always got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. But Charles, it's one thing to